arrows go around the outside. Hey, I'm Byron and we're in Novi, Michigan, exploring the mountain bike trails at Lakeshore Park.
You found MTB Trailview. This video is for people who love the adventure of riding new trails and for new riders to the sport to get a taste of the trails that are out there to ride. You've never been there before and want to see what the trail's like before you make the commitment to a long drive and not get what you expect? Trailview is for you. Trailview will take you on trails, start to finish, show you how to find the trailheads, and call out some key features along the way from an intermediate rider's perspective. So let's get at today's ride. So here's a Google Maps snapshot of this location. You should be able to get the address or GPS coordinates from it.
Okay, once you come in the entrance, you follow the road all the way to the back parking lot. That'll end up here. That's where you can find the trailhead. Tree Farm is a great place to bring the family or novice riders, or even if you're an expert, to come in here and get your laps in and train. It's just perfect. It is about 10.5 miles long. Hard packed trail, some roots, not a whole lot of rock, has some features, but you can go around it. It's a great trail for all skill levels, but mostly intermediate, I would say. Beginners can do it, just got to be careful and be ready to go around some stuff and have enough stamina for 10 miles. So let's go. All right out of the gate, you're going to get a sign that says veer to your right for the mountain bike trails. So mostly hard packed with a few roots here and there in the beginning. Typical windy mountain bike trail. So far pretty flat and easy to ride. So I'm going to give you a couple references in Michigan terms, since this is the origination of this channel. So in southeast Michigan, there's a trail called River Bends in Sterling Heights. The beginning of this Tree Farm trail is very reminiscent of River Bends. Pretty flat, hard pack, typical ups and downs, a little bit of roots here and there, but very easy to ride. It's in through the trees, and on a hot day, which it is today, it's almost 90 degrees. I feel cool back in here because of the cover. So we've come to a split here. One of the local people told me that the thing that they like about coming here is when they bring somebody who's a beginner type rider, what's great about this trail is there's multiple ways off the trail if they're out of shape or you get hurt or you just don't want to do it anymore. It's for the beginner. So they like bringing beginners here, and this is an example of it. We're not very far into the trail and there's already a split. There's an easiest, which takes you to a green loop, and it'll get you right back to the parking lot, or you can take a little bit longer ride, but it's a much easier trail. And then there's a more difficult section, and that's what we're looking at right here. So left for easy, right for difficult. So since we do things at an intermediate perspective, I just missed some rocks there. It's a nice man-made rock section right there on a downhill. So since we do things from an intermediate perspective, we're going to take the more difficult trail. I don't think that that means it's expert or it's black diamond. But most of these trails we explore from an intermediate perspective, just so people can get an idea of what these trails look like. At this point, I think it's fair to say you're going to see a lot of this. You can either hang with me or kind of speed through or not look at it until you actually decide to come to this place. But it's here as a resource for you. So enjoy. Nice sharp corner with a little stuff in there. Through there on purpose to make it challenging. I like to see that. A little downhill here. I shouldn't say downhill. Feature. So the sign back there called this out as a more difficult trail. Wouldn't really say it's all that difficult. There's some roots right here. Would I bring a novice down this trail? So far, yeah. I mean, they can push around. Little wooded feature to go over. Everything here you could push around if you needed to. But for the most part, it's hard pack and mostly flat. Okay, once again, we're here to a split. Easiest is to the left. Green trail. More difficult is to the right. Looks like we got a little bit of a downhill flow with some stuff under our tires. This is great. Flat flagstone. And right here, there's a little drop off. And to the right split, we have kind of a downhill on rocks. So I'm gonna run back and a little drop. Probably about a 2-3 foot drop on a downhill. Fun. Uphill. Rocky under our tires, man-made, laid out rock section. Missed that little ramp. So lots of man-made interaction in here, which is fun. Without it, it would just be a smooth up and downy drive. For those reasons, it makes it more of an intermediate ride. Again, if you're a novice, I won't say beginner, but a novice, excuse me, you could do this trail. You just might want to go around some of this. All right, downhill, drop onto the flat. Uphill. Cool little feature. Drop down. Little uphill. I'm calling this stuff out because it's hard. On a camera, you only see 2 dimensions. It's hard to tell what's up and what's down. Nice little log feature. I really like the work that the people who built this trail have put into it. I have to say, as on all trails, I super appreciate people volunteering and working on these trails to make it fantastic for all of us to ride. The easy trail merges back in to the more difficult trail right here. Then we go across this really cool bridge. Nice. Say it's a bridge, but bridge. but I'm going to keep to your right. The map simply says that there's a little bit more of a loop that you can do on this. So we'll add to our ride a little bit. To the left was a shortcut, but there's still Orange Trail, which means more difficult in this case. Although this section is not that difficult, it's more of a old grown-in field, mostly brush, completely flat. Wouldn't want to stop here because I'm sure you'd get tore up by mosquitoes. There's marshy stuff right off to the right. I'm going to go back and say this again. Tree Farm is very reminiscent to me of river bends in Sterling Heights. So if you like river bends, you might want to roll over here and check this out. And conversely, if this is your home trail, you might want to go over to river bends if you really like this style. Mud. Looking down, I'm riding about a 15-mile-an-hour pace, so that'll give you an idea of how you can go on this. Of course, slower and stuff through the corners, but average space or pace is around 15. If it matters. Today I'm riding on my Specialized stump jumper. No e-assist today. I knew it was going to be that kind of trail that I didn't need it. Could be argued whether you need E or not, but it is a growing trend and I am an advocate. I think it equals things out for older people like me who still want to ride at a fast pace. Have some medical things that have happened. I had a knee replacement about 6 months ago. The e-bike really helped get me back out into the woods much quicker and rehab much quicker. I didn't have to poke along and be dead. So, e-bike, e-assist changed my life. But now here I am 6 months later, can hop on my stumpy and I'm fine. And this is the perfect trail for that. Also, talking about bikes, if you're wondering what a good bike would be to bring here, you could bring just about any type of mountain bike. Wouldn't even say you need to have full suspension. You could handle, it'd be nice to have some front suspension, but you have a lower level mountain bike you spent $500-600 for. All right, so keep to your right. And to continue the conversation about what bike would be good out here. I don't know, if you have a track or you have a nice little river, want to get your feet wet. Any of the lower end mountain bikes, it's no big deal if you have a lower end mountain bike. Hey man, the big thing is you get out and ride. It doesn't matter what you're on. But if you tackle some of the bigger, heavier trails with bigger rocks and roots and hills, you might want to step up to the next level bike purely from a safety standpoint. Back to this trail, could easily run like the basic level mountain bike here with no problem. Loose gravel. Okay, we're in Zone J now of the Orange Trail. Still continuing to be hard pack. Little bits of roots, but nothing significant. It's an easy trail. Uphill, loose rock, sandy, and gravel pit feel right there. Bit of a downhill into a flat. When I say downhill and on a trail like this, it's a matter of perspective. They're usually just short drops. They go downward. There's no real downhills here. Man-made berms. Flowy. It's nice. Continues with that flow feel. And we're cruising along the edge of a river. Beautiful here. When you come across orange diamond, or the orange arrows here, it kind of doesn't matter which one you take. It's going to lead you right back into the same trail. The only difference between the two is one is going to be longer and one is going to be shorter. So if you got honey waiting for you at home and she says hurry up and get home, you can shorten up this ride a little bit if you want or need to. I'm going to slow down just for a second. Take a minute to look. How often do we not look? Just what a beautiful day in Michigan. Great trail to ride on. Great day to and way to get out and clear your thoughts. Do something other than sit in front of the computer. All right. So it's a little confusing here and there, but make sure you stay the course. I mean, I got up to this point where I'm coming through these two trees, but I see a split and I'm like, oh, that looks familiar. I think I've already been down it, but it's not that. I need to go straight. But the great thing about here is they got these trail system kiosks. This one's confusing though, because if you stop and look at it, it looks like you're supposed to go to your right. So we're going to continue to go straight here. And so we're on a multi-use trail just for about, I don't know, 100 yards or so. And now we're going to connect right back into the orange. So keep right here at this split. I probably made too much of all that. The main idea is just stay on the trail and you'll be all right. Really pretty. I love these bridges. Uphill. Green trail to the left, more difficult to the right. Okay, there's a trail split here. Doesn't matter which way you go. Let's go over the rocks. And then a wood feature with a drop off. Don't go over the bars, get back. Probably keep to your left if you're not an intermediate rider. That little drop off over that hill or off that log will put a lot of people over the bars. This section here, we're basically running behind a subdivision. I can see the houses. Right. More difficult to the left, easy to the right. We'll stick to the left. Really have done a good job marking the trails here. So many people don't. Some rock stuff here. Okay, so right here we have like a little bike park thing, technical area, ups and downs, some jumps and whatnot. I agree completely with what that sign says. Stay on the trail, look before you ride. Mostly, don't hit a big jump in here that you haven't gone over before. Never a great idea. Just roll it. That's a nice, that'd be a great jump. Which I think I gotta give a try. All right, so here we go. Let's give her a try. Keep to your right. So we're just gonna bypass that park. Just wanted you to know it was there. Basically, it's just a couple jumps in there. I'm assuming because it's right next to the subdivision and the sub kids come over. I know I would, and just do nothing but jump that all day. Okay, this whole section here, it's nothing but just winding through open woods. Just back and forth and back and forth. All hard pack, pretty flat. Woods are beautiful, you can see for long distances. I think they were just taking advantage of wood space to make the trail longer. And right there, we're right back to where we were with that little jump area. So if you want to cut off that loop, you can just come down the side of the jump area, run into this trail, and knock off 5 to 10 minutes worth of riding. Yes, dear, I'll be home. Okay, we're about 6 miles through the ride now here at Tree Farm, and my take so far is super great trail. Beginners could definitely do it. There's some areas that they don't want to do, but you can always ride around. But overall, hard pack, single track, one-way trail with lots of beauty, plenty of man-made things to go over. And the trails are very well marked. So we're gonna finish up the end of this, and that'll be it for this ride. But Tree Farm is a great place to bring the family or novice riders, or even if you're an expert, to come in here and get your laps in and train. It's just perfect. Highly recommend it. Cool. Got to be back for that one. Took me a second to get my seat post dropped. But great example of how you don't want to fly down these trails if it's your first time doing a trail. That looked super chill. And actually got caught on the backside with a drop off. All right, to your right. And merge right. Left is a walking multi-use path. Man-made stuff here. Gonna keep to your right. Those trees were tight. And we're kind of in a pine forest here. So typical terrain for pine forest. Wide open as far as what you can see. Lots of roots on the top of the trail. Hard pack, windy, smells good. And we're going to merge to our left here. I'm starting to just blow through some of these stops or splits, but the trail signs are very self-explanatory. Really hard to get lost back here. Kind of a dead end, but it looks like if I go left, then right will continue. Oh, no. Left, excuse me. All right. We're going to keep on keeping on. Got a pump track up here in the future that we can take a look at. Still going along in pine forest here. All of this has been really flat. Nothing really exciting to report on. It's a nice, beautiful ride. Okay, about 3/4 of the way through Lakeshore Park Trail system, you're gonna come to the pump track. It's super cool. It's not very big, but it's a great place to test your skills. There's all kinds like little ramps and skinnies here, and it's just super fun. A pump track, a little bit of everything. Like I say, I can see the entire thing with my eyes from this vantage point, so it's not huge, but you could easily spend time here enjoying yourself and working on your skills. Let's give it a try. There's one way at it. Lots of little obstacles and whatnot in here. Let's give it a try. We got some dock here. Little rainbow. More of this. Pretty cool. Some people have spent some time on this. Nice little skills area. Goes back around. Let's try that one more time. I like that. Oops. And hit this to the right here. Ooh, and that's like a suspension bridge with a rope. And then, I got a little off here. And then back to that again. And I'm gonna just cut around so you can see. So I don't know if there's a perfect direction to follow it, but I'm just trying to show you what's in here. A little of this, step down, and then through, and then, there's this. Get off here. Got off track a little bit. Like I say, I'm no expert. But it's super fun. I like it. Head off to the right here on the pump track part. We just did this. So, It's small, but it's cool. That's for sure. So, just wanted you to know it's here. And so after you get done with the pump track, you head to the left, and that's going to get you back to the parking lot. Now there's a tight turn out of nothing. Awesome. Keeping you on your toes. Nice tight windy section into this pines. It's a little bit of a downslope too, so don't get yourself in trouble getting overconfident. They're going to put you in check on a couple of these corners. Yep, nice and tight. Good stuff. Nice S-turns, a rock jump there. I've kind of slowed down on the talking because I think you get most of it by now. Oops. Shifter didn't like that. All right. Admittedly, oh, come on, shifter. Starting to get a little gassed. We're rolling into the 10-mile mark. Oh, there's a baby fawn. There's another one right in front of me. Hi, baby. Anyway, I was saying, admittedly, getting a little gassed. 10 miles. Hi, baby. Hopefully you saw that fawn. Here's another one up here. Anyway, it's a 90-degree day in Michigan, so I have some humidity, and I'm just making excuses, but yeah, 10 miles is a long ride. It's part of it. Trail's not crazy difficult, but you know what kind of shape you're in. I'm in pretty good shape. I just got back from Copper Harbor, rode up there for 7 days in a row. There's Mama, deer. So anyway, just saying, 10 miles is a factor too when you're contemplating a ride. Like I say though, or said at the beginning of this trail, there's lots of outs. There's lots of places to shorten it if you would like, but as promised, I'm taking you start to finish. Black squirrel, see lots of nature today. That's a little uphill. So all this area is all hard pack, short ups and downs. And now I got some nice annoying sound in my brakes up front. Looks like we're finally back at the beginning of the trail. Hey, how you guys doing? Good. Oh, oops. Misgauged that one a bit. But you know, most accidents actually happen very close to the end of a trail. Yep. I guess the idea is I got something wrong with my drivetrain here. To dial that in. Well, I'm glad that this came at the end of the ride. Drivetrain's starting to skip a bit. If I get to higher gears, it's not as bad, but I'm not going to stop to fix it this close to the trail's end. You can actually see it over there. So. Okay, so that's going to do it for this ride. It's been a great ride. The summary is mostly flat, normal ups and downs, hard pack, single track, one way, good for almost all levels of riders. Novice, I'll say, if you're willing to go around some things and you're in good enough shape to go 10 miles, although there are bus stops where you can get back, which is nice about this trail. And just overall, a great trail.
Hey, would you like to be a contributor to the mountain bike community? We here at Trailview are trying to add new videos each week. Right now, Trailview is Michigan-based, but we're also looking for trail views anywhere in the country. So if you like what you're seeing and would like to be a contributor wherever you ride, drop me an email and let's get connected. The whole idea is to share trails with others, build the mountain bike community, and learn about great places to ride. So let's build something cool together.